Welcome to the Annie Jennings PR Real Publicity Stories of Success podcast series. Annie Jennings is a creator of the most powerful radio talk show campaign in the country, where you are booked on high-impact, high-listenership radio shows in top markets with a guaranteed deliverable. The radio campaign offers unlimited media training as well. Annie Jennings PR also offers her famous performance media publicity campaign for local, regional, and national television, print, and online media. And today we're talking with Corporate Attorney Len Garza. He's founder of Garza Law, and Len was interviewed by Forbes, Inc. magazine, Fox News Entrepreneur magazine through our performance publicity program, and he was also heard on more than 975 radio stations during his radio campaign. That includes national shows helping him blanket the country, reaching big cities and top markets such as Philadelphia, Houston, Boston, Denver, Seattle, Miami, Phoenix, Sacramento, San Diego, and so many more. So welcome, Len. Thanks for being here today.
Thanks for having me, Stacy.
Let's talk a little bit, I think, about your experience, right off the bat. Let's talk about what it was like working with the publicity team. Did you feel as if you were taken care of every step of the way?
Oh, absolutely. So I signed up for the media training, which is excellent, because even though I had some experience dealing with PR agent before, I hadn't really gone through any training, and it was kind of just feeling my way around there. So I thought, great, I'm going to get actually trained on how to do this, how to make these appearances, because they're very different than even me being a lawyer who's used to standing up in court, used to making presentations of all kinds. This type of PR speaking, it can be very different, and if you don't have it the right way or preach it the right way to the audience of the radio or media station or TV station, that they're not going to pick you. That's not what they're looking for. So I was looking for a team that knew what the media is looking for, and Annie's team is exactly that. So the key with Annie's people is they all have deep experience in PR and relationships with a lot of top outlets around the country, so they know what these outlets want to hear as well as what they don't. So, airtime is precious, and you need to be able to provide maximum value to these stations' audiences in a short period of time. So this can be really hard to do, but Annie's team is great at helping you to prepare you and helping you deliver the best you can on these appearances.
Well, thank you, Len. We appreciate that. You have done a great job. And you mentioned other PR firms, that the preparation and the help that we provide, the support that we provide you is a little different. Can you talk about anything else that might be different in your prior experiences in working with publicity companies?
Right. So the there are different arrangements. Annie's one of the biggest things is the performance guarantee, and the performance that the guarantee that you're on top stations, and that's what she's going to place you on. Some of the PR firms that I've dealt with in the past have you on a retainer model where you pay the same amount every month, no matter if you are appearing on a top station, which I think is very few for the previous PR firms that I've worked with, very few and far between, if non-existent, or maybe if you were on a free podcast that's on in the middle of the night, halfway around the world, that nobody listens to. So those aren't the type of engagements that Annie's team sets you up for. I mean, they set you up for these real engagements where you can actually get your name out there and get publicity, and they do it not only that, but with the performance guarantee. So what that says to me is really just the confidence and credibility that Annie and her team have in their abilities and their skills and in their experience to be able to deliver, quite honestly. And there are very few businesses, very few companies around these days that I think, PR or outside of PR, that really have that confidence to be able to deliver. But Annie's team does, and they do that in spades.
And you're talking about getting your name out there, right? And that's kind of
Right.
the purpose, right, of PR and publicity. Can you tell us a little bit about some of these media assets that you have, which are great? We mentioned some of them at the top. Entrepreneur, Inc. magazine, Forbes,
Yeah.
and of course all of those radio stations and across the country. Can you talk about kind of leveraging those, or how some of those media interviews, those assets now have provided you with a little bit of buzz and credibility?
Right. Yeah. And that's exactly what it's done, Stacey. So it's given me so much buzz and credibility, and really, I've been able to leverage the media assets that I have and have gotten through through Annie's appearances, and coming from specifically what I do as a corporate attorney or a business attorney, there are thousands, tens of thousands of other business attorneys out there. So my question is always, well, how can you distinguish yourself? How can you help? If somebody can go at the very quickly and Google business attorney, and how many different sites, how many different names come up, it's overwhelming. So how can I distinguish myself? And a big way to do that and a big way to get my name out there is getting myself on media outlets, but not just any media outlets that people actually recognize. They already have that brand recognition, like an Entrepreneur, like a Forbes, like a Inc. magazine, and a lot of these radio stations, regional, that I've appeared on as well through Annie's team. And once you have that, there's credibility, and you get that credibility with the audience, because now you're starting to form that relationship with the audience, and then that may lead, and has led for me, to phone calls after these shows, or extra views to my other social media sites like LinkedIn and Instagram and other things, more attention there. I've seen, my metrics on some of my websites that there's spikes in activity after I have these appearances on these shows. So that's real concrete proof that you can see, look, it is raising my profile, and that for me has ended up in actual signed business and clients choosing me to help them out, which is great. Not only from a visibility standpoint, but also, hey, it's actually led to the ROI, we call it in business, the return on investment. So it's been really exciting to watch that.
So Len, it sounds like what you've gotten through Annie Jennings PR has exceeded some of your expectations. Can you talk about that? And then also, Annie, you speak with Annie. Everyone talks with Annie initially when they are thinking about working with us. Your initial impressions of her and the company.
Right. So yeah, I mean, this is really, the program has exceeded my expectations, because what I've heard from past PR agents, and I get it, is, look, we can help you, we can help try to prep you for media appearances, but we can't guarantee media appearances. We can't guarantee that, media outlets will want to pick you, or will pitch you to media outlets, and they'll say, yes, we want this person to speak, or appear for us. And then even if that happens, they can't appear they can't guarantee or represent that that's actually going to lead to anything past that. For example, lead to more clients or more customers for your company or what that. And as an attorney, I get all that. I get that that's really out of your control. Nobody can really guarantee that, right? But as a matter of fact, both of those things, even though they weren't guaranteed, both of those things have happened with my involvement and working with Annie and her team. So I've increased my visibility greatly within my own network, and also that network has grown, but also that because of I'm being seen increasingly as an authority, and with increased credibility on these media outlets, these recognized media outlets, that has led to more of my contacts referring business to me, because that helps keep me top of mind with them, and not just top of mind because they probably know other business attorneys, but it helps them, it helps me stand out and distinguish myself amongst maybe some of those other business attorneys that they meet. So I mean, that's been excellent. As far as choosing Annie, I was on LinkedIn and I was looking for. I did a search for PR because I was looking for somebody who could actually deliver, honestly. And I came upon Annie. I did some research. I looked her up, looked on her website. And immediately you see the quality of the work, all the media outlets, the testimonials and all the glowing things that everybody says about her, and it says a really strong impression to, wow, I really want to see more what they're about. I want to talk to Annie, and of course, I was able to reach Annie on the phone, and she's fantastic, very enthusiastic, loves what she does. You can tell, and very passionate about PR and about her work. So even though Annie, she and her team are in high demand and always have a waiting list, I was really happy when I was able to get in and work with them because, the results have really paid off in more ways than one. So, the wait wasn't long, but it was definitely worth the wait. So I'm really happy to get in.
Well, Len, we are happy to have you. That's for sure. Thank you so much. Really, thank you. We really appreciate you. And I just would love to direct people, if they want to learn more about business attorney Len Garza, they can do so on his website, which is lgarzalaw.com, L-G-A-R-Z-A, lgarzalaw.com. Len, thank you so much again.
Stacy, thank you so much for having me.
This podcast is presented by Annie Jennings of the national publicity firm Annie Jennings PR. For more information on how you, too, can experience national media success and those guaranteed deliverables, please visit AnnieJenningsPR.com. Till next time.